My name is Sebastian, and I'm from Denmark. Uh, yes, and I was vegan for 2.5 years, I guess, probably more.
Mm.
As I told you, I've tried it like on and off before that, um, and I did it because I had what you call it, rheumatoid arthritis, and I got like some not extremely toxic medicine, but pretty toxic medicine. And I thought, why not give it a go? Because I did hear so many good things about it. Um, and at the time, my digestion were already pretty shit. So I, I kind of can't blame it all on that, but we'll come to that. Um, so the first year, it was like it did actually help with my arthritis. I did get better movement, especially in my hips and my fingers. Um,
Veganism helped you, yeah?
yeah, but I think it was because I ate a lot of uh, shit, basically.
When was
Um,
this?
it was the first year, so I guess like 2016 late, kinda.
Yeah,
But but I wasn't feeling great, but I felt better, if that makes sense.
yeah.
Um, and then I was uh, then I was constantly in and out of a hospital, the one of the big ones in Copenhagen, and they told me like we could uh, give you this and that and all kind of stuff. And then one day they told me that I needed surgery in my hip, and I was kind of I didn't really want it, but let's say probably yeah a year into being vegan, so 2 years into being vegan, and I was like not feeling better, but not not really bad as well. I got this operation on my right hip, and that's when the problems really started. Um, because I got a lot of medicine and I couldn't recover from it. Got a lot of nerve pain in my whole right leg, so it was kind of not pleasant. I still have it though, but it's getting better. And while I was recovering, laying in bed, I saw your debate with Vegan Gains, and it was kind of interesting. At first, I was like, "What are you talking about?" But after a while, I saw one of your videos, and where you mentioned that being healthy is feeling good all the time, and that kind of sprung something in my head where I thought I haven't been feeling good at all. I've just been feeling better, and I was tired all the time. I slept 17 hours.
Wow.
It was pretty fucked, right?
Yeah.
Um, and also, something I forgot to mention also in while being vegan was I developed this terrible itching. Um, it was like torture. Like if I did anything, like if I had laid in bed or anything, and I just like was going to train or something, my whole body was just beginning to itch like crazy. I had to lay down because it was so bad.
Wow.
Um, and yeah, I think that's like the worst thing about this. But as I've stopped being a vegan and I've stopped all this become a lot better. But it's still there, so still time for a bit improving. I hope I hope I don't just ramble it. I have a little bit speaking like I hope it makes sense.
It makes sense. Yeah.
And if you want to ask into it or something,
Sure.
just uh, just do that so I don't confuse anyone.
No.
But so uh, yeah, I guess that was like the path I went on, and I can talk a little bit about how it was and
Yeah.
what kind of stuff. Yeah, I've already mentioned the itching. It was like the worst thing for me. It was like I couldn't do anything. It was just, and I had these spots on my back, like not like pimples, but small red uh, something, if you know
Yeah.
what I mean. And my teeth, especially down here, I don't know if you can. The teeth down here, they started hurting every time I would yeah, eat anything.
Uh-huh.
Um, and yeah, my strength also were like, I didn't realize it at the time, but my strength were nothing like compared to before that. And now my gains, if you can say it, has been ridiculous compared to the 2 years, 2.5 years. It's ridiculous. Um, uh, but yeah, man, uh, I'm kind of bad at telling this. I can,
That's
uh,
fine.
um, but uh, so
So you were tired, you had itching, and you were weak.
yeah, basically,
Yeah.
that was, and I know it's like it, but I didn't realize it at the time because it was just like how it was when I had this arthritis, right?
Hmm.
It was just a bit better than before, and not that yeah, I've tried like raw milk and stuff, but it's really hard to get. But it seems like it helps um, with it. So I don't know where I was. Sorry.
Um,
Um,
just your health problems with veganism, basically.
basically, um, joint pain, uh, weakness. My teeth, uh,
Right. That
they
also.
were like they were weak and like felt like soft. If you could say.
Yeah.
Um, my digestion, it was bad at the beginning, but it just kept getting worse and worse. And then there's were the itching. I guess these were the five biggest things that was kinda kinda bad. I guess.
Hmm.
Um, I guess I'm 19, so I maybe didn't experience all of it because my body's still young. Um, um, yeah, but um, yeah, yo, another thing that's sorry if
It's fine.
allergy. I think I've become allergic to pretty much any plant food there is because the itching starts whenever I eat any plant. Basically, I haven't found anything I can eat yet that doesn't start the itching,
Right.
and the itching developed as I was a vegan, so I think that's a byproduct of it. Um,
Yep.
but I hope that someday I can eat the. I know it sounds weird, but I hope someday I can eat vegetables again, like without without having to lay down. But like
Hmm.
I I would just mention these things because I haven't. If somebody had like these same problems, they could maybe relate to it.
Yeah.
Uh, because when I searched for it, I couldn't find anything, and people were just suggesting me to go on like a fruit cleanse or juice cleanse or something like that.
Mm.
So maybe it could be helpful. But as I said, I don't have like a lot to share
Yeah, okay.
because I was kind of shit before I started, but I just became more shit, if it makes sense.
Yeah, sure. Were you really into veganism? Did you tell people to go vegan? Did you have vegan friends, or did you watch vegan YouTube videos, stuff like that?
Yeah, I could pretty much mark all of them off.
Okay.
I tried convincing. I didn't try to convince my friends. I like maybe like uh, subconsciously, like hinting with it without really hinting with it. But I was talking a lot about it with my family and yeah, close family around when we were having, not exactly when we were having dinner, but we are discussing things at the dinner table sometimes, and I was promoting it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Um, and yeah, I didn't really have any vegan friends. I met one who was vegan at the end, and he also had issues. He blamed it on the gluten though. So yeah,
Okay. You probably had the teeth problems because you probably don't get a lot of sunlight in Denmark, right?
yeah. That no, it's what to call it. Uh, yeah, that's not very much. No,
It's bleak, gray.
it's yeah.
Yeah, and when you don't get vitamin D, then you're bound to get tooth problems.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
thought it was more like A or something, but I
A
guess
and D combined, yeah, but A won't do you any good if you don't get D. You gotta get them both.
yeah,
And if you don't eat animal fat, then there's no way. As a vegan, and vitamin A also, that's why people
yeah.
get bone problems.
It's only carotenoids and pigments of it, but it's
Hmm.
not real vitamin A.
It's not even a nutrient. Yeah, it isn't.
So, but I guess maybe I found out. Well, I'm not. Um, I'm about to like try to get real. I have been on this like raw food diet for like I guess 3 months now.
Uh huh.
But I'm not like all the way into it because all the beef around here and liver and other do you call it organs? what?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's shit basically here. I have found one place that sells raw milk and pasture eggs and yeah pasture raw grass-fed milk and also they sell meat, but it's all frozen.
Hmm.
Uh, I've made a deal with them that I could get some and like get a half a cow or something when they slaughter next time, but I don't know when it is.
Hmm.
And so I guess I will get better, a lot better. I hope so at least,
Yeah.
because I'm still not recovered, if we could call it that.
Yeah. I'm
Um,
surprised, man. I thought that Denmark is so well developed, so to speak, that you could get good meat there. That's what I
yeah,
imagined.
you can get like all the expensive cuts and maybe some ground beef you can get, but you can't get any organs like that's grass fed, not in the stores at least.
Okay.
And then there's all the extra fees that Denmark are known for, so it's
Hmm.
fucking expensive to say. And I live with my parents, and yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Did you check the Weston A. Price International chapter?
Uh,
They may have a. Yeah.
yeah. They don't have anything for
Oh,
Denmark.
okay.
Uh, and I was kind of sad about it because it took me when I first tried to look into this. I couldn't find any raw dairy. I couldn't find any. raw milk whatsoever. And grass fed, that's like impossible to find here. Everything is corn fed or grass finished, where it's like the last 60 days of the cow's life or something, where they get grass fed. I've only found one place where it's actually grass fed and where they live off, where they don't like, where they're out in the sun and stuff like that. There's nothing. Yeah, it's called biodynamic on Danish. I think it's biodynamic, just to translate directly if you know what it is.
Maybe somebody from Denmark is watching this. They could help you.
Yeah, it would be very nice.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of, actually just like veganism, I'm kind of alone on this. I could need some guidance.
Yeah.
I thought about Derek, the saber tooth.
Yeah.
I saw a video of him where he like hangs his meat in a fridge, I think it is. And I thought about doing the same, so I don't have to like buy a lot of meat.
Sure. Yeah.
Don't have to, so I can store it myself, so I don't have to like go and buy new things every.
If your parents don't mind it.
Yeah, well, I think the only thing they are gonna mind it's high meat.
Okay.
I don't because you said it smelled. Like,
you won't smell it if the jar is closed.
Oh, okay.
You shouldn't, a little bit.
Yeah, okay. Because I've actually discussed it a lot with my dad about. I know I have to save up for it for myself because he won't sponsor it, but that's okay. But I can have the fridge in my room and I can hang it. I just need to find out the temperature and humidity and how to, all that stored and stuff like that. And then, of course, get a fridge that works. Yes.
Yeah. Back to veganism, did you take any pills, supplements, stuff like that?
Yeah, actually, as I was going vegan, I was also trying this, what do you call it? 2 seconds.
Sure.
I still have the remains of it.
Okay.
You can guess how much this cost.
Oh man.
And it's basically everything. Because I really had it terrible. So I was trying everything. And in this I can show you. In this box I have everything from vitamin D, omega-3, magnesium, zinc, Q10, I think also, fish oil, what do you call it, turmeric pills with, you name it.
Did you take fish oil while you were vegan?
No, I swapped it out with, what do you call it, LT oil.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I have it. It's this. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, I can see.
It's just like vegan omega-3 DHA supplements. But yeah, so I guess there's a yes. I did take supplements.
How much did it cost? A few hundred.
In total cost, sorry, I have to convert it to things. It's really ridiculous how much it cost. Oh my god.
Say
3,000. in total. That's not all this, but that's because I was with the doctor who said I should take all these things. I got scammed pretty fucking well. But what can you say?
3,000 in what, euros? No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and not what's in here, but in
Yeah.
total.
Sure. Yeah. I get it.
And that's plus. No, that's inclusive for the consultations I had. Where was?
Who is this doctor?
Uh,
Some vegan?
no,
No.
he's not a vegan. He's a what do you call it? They're called molecular medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Does it say anything?
Yeah.
That's kind of his thing, and his main focus with me was like a shit ton of supplements. I didn't tell him I was vegan though. This was just his standard treatment, if you call it. I really feel scammed, and every time I were there, it was like, let's try, but yeah, if you feel me.
Yeah.
It's like it's kind of fucked if you ask me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that brings me to my next question. Who do you think is pushing veganism, and what's the future of it? Because when you start thinking about all of these pills that people are buying, then you gotta start thinking who profits from veganism and who supports the fake studies saying that it's healthy and so on.
Well, I will have to say I'm not as into it as you are. Like, I don't have studied a lot on my own, if you could say so.
Yeah.
On that, but
what do you think?
I mean, when I was vegan, I was like, in 50 years, we are all vegan. Like, I was like, I thought about that it could only be going that way, and also when you see on the commercials on TV with pills, getting vegetable pills and more greens, and like that's, yeah, I guess in Denmark it's Novo who is profiting on it. They are making like I shouldn't get, they make like all the products, all the medicine stuff. I guess they could be pushing with it, but I'm not sure. But if I should say so, probably we will see a giant rise in veganism in the upcoming years, and then hopefully it will decline again as people get sick. But I'm not sure. That's like my take on it, because I think there's a lot of new vegans all the time, if you know what I'm saying. And they're not like getting out of it quickly, because then they ask for advice, and then they try this, and then they try that, and keep on going, and until their bodies can't do anymore. But that's, if you think about it, if you keep just pushing on, the number will accumulate until it falls again, because we can't sustain it like this, I guess. That's kind of, did it make sense?
Sure. Yeah, I get it.
What do you think?
That's a deep topic. I made a whole documentary about it.
Was it the NWO or what?
Yeah. The first ever anti-vegan documentary. I'll watch it sometime. It's a long plan. They've been
Yeah,
pushing people towards it for a while already, way before the food
yeah,
pyramid and everything. But the food pyramid really started brainwashing people into believing that vegetables are healthy and pretty much man-made food, processed food, and meat was still there. Now, when you look at the my plate, meat is like this little piece there. There's one piece of little meat
yeah.
left. So
It's getting
what?
less and less.
So they want to cut it out completely, and then they want to cut out dairy and eggs.
Yeah, I haven't actually looked at it, how it is right now. Can you just search on it?
My plate, yeah.
USDA food pyramid. What?
You should check. Yeah, they call it my plate now. They portray it as a plate instead of a pyramid. And they even put in soy and all of that crap.
Seriously?
Yeah, yeah. You're supposed to eat soy now.
Fruits, grains, vegetables, protein, and dairy. Where dairy is like a
And
little cup.
yeah, and it says protein now, so you can eat beans instead of meat. So meat isn't even necessary. Because for them, meat is all about protein. Like that's how vegans see meat. All they talk about is protein, except it you can get over 50 nutrients without the meat, but they ignore all of that. They just talk about protein. And that's pretty much what these people also do. They don't talk about the nutrients except for the protein, the macronutrients. They don't talk about the micronutrients.
Yeah, that should be following along with all this. Yeah, with macros.
And it's all about always supporting supplementation, taking pills. That's who profits. They're really into it. The processed food, the fake meat, the fake cheese, the soy, the grain industry, the richest industry. The food industry is the grain industry, and the sugar. And then you've got Monsanto and Big Pharma. That's pretty much who supports veganism.
Yeah.
And they want all of them to be on pills and eating processed food or man-made plants. Even a vegan whole food diet is still very profitable for them because they're all about grains and vegetables.
Yeah.
And hybrid fruit.
And B12.
Yeah, and all of them still take B12.
I like, especially beans. I just couldn't eat them.
Nobody can, man.
Nobody, yeah. That's for I haven't like every time I like hear like someone says that digestion got better on a vegan diet. I just can't imagine it because everyone I've heard has had worse digestion, even in the vegan community, about people asking for it. I am still in a vegan group, like a Danish one, where they complain about these things, right?
Yeah.
All of them, like, and there's also a lot of like, how do I make my daughter go vegan and stuff like that, right? Yeah, but I don't know. In Germany, is raw milk illegal?
You can't exactly sell it. Well, you can sell it in the shop actually, but it's not called raw milk. It's called Vorzugsmilch, which is basically the same thing. If you sell it in a farm, then you gotta sell it. You can sell it, but you can officially say that it's for drinking. And you can sell it for pets, for example, or you can sell it, but officially you're supposed to heat it yourself. Of course, they understand that people go there and just drink it like that. That's basically how it works. It's fine.
All right, because I know in Denmark, it's illegal to like, you can't sell it in shops, but you can like go to the farmer, if you can call it that.
Yeah.
It is a farmer, right?
Sure.
Yeah, and like ask for it, just like that's what I've done. But they're not allowed to sell more than 70 liters or something a month, I think. I'm
Okay.
not sure. I'm not. I'm not exactly sure, but the rest of it they have to give to like other dairy producers. Like Arla is pretty big in Denmark, and
Okay.
yeah, because it is illegal in USA, right?
In some states you can buy it.
Okay.
In Pennsylvania you can buy it. Raw dairy.
Yeah.
Mm.
Actually, I have a question. Because the liver I've eaten until now has been frozen.
Okay.
Because you said it had. I remember you said like muscle meat. It's okay to eat like conventional muscle
Sure.
meat, like from ordinary grain-fed cattle. But like with organs, it's important that it's not been with antibiotics and it has been fed properly. So I have been getting pasture grass-fed organs, but they have been frozen. And I don't know if that have any benefit to it, if it's like just a waste of money, so to say.
It's not a waste, obviously. If you don't have any other way to get organs, then that's great. There's slight differences that which we understand. There's no exact science behind this, except that if you freeze the meat, it slows down the enzymes, so basically it will be slower to digest, let's just say, and it kills the bacteria. That's a big problem for me. Of course, I wouldn't want to eat that because I eat the raw meat because of the bacteria. But nutritionally, it's not necessarily a waste because you still have the huge amounts of vitamin A. It may just be harder to digest.
Okay. Because even though my digestion is a lot better now, it's still not 100%. So I have been like wondering if frozen could do it.
Frozen
But
is killed. Just imagine yourself being frozen. You're dead after. So you kill the liver by freezing it.
yeah,
You kill everything that is alive, and it also tastes different after because you kill some of the nutrients. Yeah, that's what we taste, the nutrients. So it does change, obviously,
yeah,
but
it does. The taste does change, doesn't it? Yeah, because I had some what to call it, just ground beef, and I had some two different products. They both were like organic, free land, I guess you would call that.
sure.
And one of them tasted like pretty fresh. I know it's vacuum packed and put away and all that, but the other one tasted like the liver, like this dull taste. I don't know how to describe it. And I was like immediately like it didn't taste as good. Like the liver, it didn't taste as good as the other thing, if it makes sense.
Sure.
So yeah, yeah. But they should say on the package if it was frozen, shouldn't they? I don't know.
It should.
Yeah. Yes. Do you have more questions? Or?
Did you only do it for your health, or did you also get into this whole killing animals is wrong thing?
In the beginning, I did it for my health, but as time passed, it was like I got, I just got more and more into it. I guess you could call it that. So yeah, I did it at the end also for like, I did feel it was wrong to kill animals.
Okay.
But now I know why it's not.
Okay, right.
Yeah. So was this, I guess, I didn't realize it was, but extreme kind of vegan. I didn't like go on the streets and tell everyone to go vegan, but I did in my head think that we should all go vegan, and it's wrong what is going on.
What exactly is wrong, or what did you think back then? Like, what's the mentality behind it?
I guess you could look at your Castron, um, like this, how do you call it? This feeling that we don't, I thought deeply that we didn't need animal products. So I was like, it's just a waste of animals that we are, how do you call it? We're killing for no reason. And that was like my mentality behind it. Also with dairy, because they were in these machines and they just were getting, milk, and then their babies were killed and stuff like that. So that was kind of how I thought about it. And I still do want to support like factory farming because of how it's produced. It's like, what the hell should we eat the crap, right? With all the things they put into it. But I don't see it the same way now. Did you?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Yes. So, yeah, I mean, I didn't like. I was never agreeable with this like activism that they're doing, where they're like going and shoving their ideas in other faces. I've always respected other people's like what they did, but I thought that eventually everybody would understand, right? Understand the way. If it makes sense, right? So I don't have any problems with vegans now either, because they will get down the road eventually and take another turn, if you could say so, right? I guess it's just important that people like you speak up and say that maybe it's not the best, I guess.
Sure.
If that makes sense.
Sure. Was there anything you believed as a vegan where you now think, oh wow, how did I believe that? Or
yeah. I remember. I actually remember I was at this my friend's 18-year birthday, where I had just found this. It's not a poem. It's more like a little. You could call it a motivational quote from a so-called what do you call it? The Nazi thing, the Holocaust. Yeah, where it was like. I don't know if it is true, but a Holocaust survivor who was vegan because that he thought that the things that we did to animals were the same that they did to them, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I was like, I thought that makes sense, right? And now I'm like, I showed it to them, and I'm like, what the fuck did I? It's cringeable.
Right. Yeah.
Other than that, the whole shebang, if you could say, I got into it because I didn't know any better, and I tried to improve my health. Right, I'm still experimenting, but it was a big hoax, if you could say so. A lot of lies, and every vegan is an expert in like, oh, you just have to take some B12, or you just have to eat some more nuts or avocado or fruits, or yeah. I mean, it's kind of misleading if you ask me.
Sure.
Yeah. And then there's all the big ones like Make the Vegan and Frida the Banana Girl and Durian Rider and Sugar Race, and yeah, I was, yeah, yeah. I'm glad it's over. If you could say that, yeah. Also, the food was just, I didn't realize it again. The food was just boring. I guess now when I'm back to eating meat, it's like, how could I eat this shit? Right? But yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Anything else you want to add? Or anything you want to say to vegans? If anyone's watching?
Yeah, I guess if you're a vegan, you should really take an honest look at yourself and do you really feel healthy? Like I didn't, but I haven't had true health either, so I didn't know. But do you really, do you get tired all the time? Do you feel weak? Do you go to the gym and like, why I'm not progressing or anything like that? Because I wasn't. I was like training hard 2 times a day sometimes, and I was like, I wasn't recovering. I had my joint pains also, and as soon as I stopped being vegan, I mean, it's insane that I didn't realize it. So I guess if I should say something to vegans, it was look at yourself. Are you really healthy? Are you really getting either stronger if you're going to the gym, or getting more energy, or yeah, like that. I mean, if that makes sense.
Yeah, sure.
But I don't have really much else to say other than if you ever come to Denmark, you could come over and we could go to the farm and get some raw milk, I guess.
Yeah, man.
It could be fun.
Yeah, man, sure.
Yeah, do you have anything that you want to ask other than?
No, this is it. This is good. Yeah. Thanks for telling your story, bro.
Thank you, man. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah.